never done this before. This is crazy. Oh my gosh.
It seems like all you hear about these days in the cycling news is gravel bike this and gravel bike that. You go to any bike shop and you see from all the big manufacturers gravel offerings. In fact, 4 of the 7 Lifetime Series races are gravel races. I've heard pro riders like Dylan Johnson mention time and time again, road biking is dead and gravel is here to stay. So naturally, being the curious person I am, I had to give these gravel bikes a try. Problem is, I don't have a gravel bike, but what I do have is a road bike with very similar geometry to some of these gravel bikes. Did somebody say project? Oh yeah. Today we're gonna get to the bottom of all this gravel stuff and more. My name is Grant, this is Elru Bike. Let's get into this.
Oh, you gotta work. Oh boy. Instantly. I realize.
So what the heck is a gravel bike anyway? Well, I've heard them summarized as being more accessible than mountain bikes and more welcoming and friendly than road bikes. Kind of that Goldilocks blend of all the best ingredients, right? I'll be the first to admit that I absolutely love the razor sharp handling and speed acceleration that you can only get from a road bike. I mean, it's absolutely addictive. But where you ride a road bike is the road, which is full of cars, and I swear sometimes these cars are out to get you. It feels far more dangerous to ride my road bike in the road than to chuck myself down one of those double black downhill only trails where you're just like holding on for dear life, right? So the idea of marrying the absolute speed, efficiency, and handling of a road bike with the safety of taking that off-road is actually pretty appealing.
Let's go. To hell with the brakes. I want speed, baby. Big gear, big chain rig. Let's go.
On paper, a gravel bike and a road bike aren't all that much different. And this is where I got the bright idea. Can I convert my road-going Canyon Endurace, which has a very generous tire clearance of 35 mil, into a gravel eating machine? And that's exactly what I did. Step 1, I peeled off those road going only tires and inner tubes, and I set myself up with a pair of 36 mil WTB Volpines, and I went tubeless. Clearance for days, as long as it wasn't muddy. Along with that conversion, I added a significant amount of weight to this bike. We're talking, I added over 2 pounds just from swapping out my road-going race tires to these off-road tires. The next question that came to my mind is, holy crap, did I just ruin my bike?
Give it to Daddy. Oh, how? A little sketchy.
Finally, it came time for the fun part. It was time to put my Frankenstein of a bike experiment to the test. On the bright side, all that efficiency and responsiveness and absolute speed that we all know and love from our road bikes did not disappear by adding in the fat tires. Even that extra weight didn't phase it at all. It felt so good at times.
All right, never done this before. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's fast.
But then at other times, it was an absolute nightmare. It was misery. It was torture.
It's a bit brutal. You know, it hurts my hands. I don't enjoy it.
This is where things got a little dicey. It was so dependent on the quality and the texture of the road surface that really determined whether or not it was fun or miserable.
Oh my gosh, that is so rough. Oh, okay. Now that is impossible to hold on to. I gotta slow down. Let me try another hand position. Ah, ow! I am getting so beat up. Like, it shakes the whole, ow! It shakes the holy monkey out of me. It actually hurts.
At times, I found myself desperately trying to find any part of the road that was smooth to give my rear end a break from the absolute abuse that it was receiving from having zero shock absorption on that rigid road bike frame. Also, as the road surface started softening up or getting worse, it was really hard to put the power down and to find traction when I needed it. Descending, forget about it. If it wasn't smooth, it was an absolute nightmare. When I wanted to put the power down, time and time again, I found myself having to slow down. I just couldn't handle.
What should be a blast is not painful.
All right, let's wrap here. This doesn't need to go all day, right? In conclusion, I started this experiment asking 2 questions. What's all the fuss about gravel biking, and can you convert your road-only going bike into a gravel-eating monster? What all the fuss is about, I get it. That efficiency and that high speed and that pure handling that you can only get from a road bike at times was accessible off-road, and that felt good. It was extremely novel and appealing just because of how new and fun it was. But doing that and finding that consistently proved to be incredibly difficult. And in fact, it was downright painful.
It actually hurts.
How abusive it was on my body. Granted, this isn't a gravel bike, so maybe a little more weight, maybe wider tires, maybe a little bit longer wheelbase, maybe different controls, like a different set of drop bars that is more ergo oriented towards off-road riding would help. So I'm going to continue to experiment with this bike and also go out and find myself an actual gravel bike to compare it against. I'm going to keep an open mind and I'm going to keep experimenting with this. In the meantime, if you guys have had better luck making a gravel bike work and or have completely replaced your road bike with a gravel bike, hit me up. I'd love to know how you guys made this work. Also, if you want to test out one of these snazzy jerseys that I'm wearing, they're amazing. They have pockets. They make you ride like the wind. They make your hair look amazing. They do all sorts of things. I don't know about the hair part, but there's a link in the description. Click it. If you haven't already, subscribe. Please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Like this video, comment below, do all sorts of things. Just start clicking. If you want to go for a ride with me, follow me on Strava. I would love that. At any rate, Grant Elrubike, bye.